17 straight wins, a franchise record winning streak for one of the most explosive teams in the league.
Miami wins, and the winning streak lives on.
Tonight, the Heat will look to leverage that momentum and find some cracks in the foundation of a defensive giant.
There goes that man.
These two teams are no strangers so far this season, with Indiana having shut down Miami twice already.
Paul George has got it stuck on auto now. The Pacers making a bit of a statement tonight.
Now, in their last and final meeting of the regular season, the Pacers hope to be the roadblock that finally shuts down Miami's winning run.
Here comes LeBron.
George starting to heat up.
Pacers Heat start next on NBA TV.
The flash. Battier for three.
And the winning streak is still alive.
Stolen by LeBron James. Flushes it down. And the winning streak lives on. A 17th win in a row.
Miami's win streak was 17 and counting. Sunday's obstacle, the last team to beat the Heat, the Indiana Pacers, in the third and final regular season matchup between the teams. Alongside Brent Berry and Rick Fox, I'm Vince Giolini, and this was payback in South Florida. Let's take a look at the highlights between the Pacers and the Heat. LeBron James getting ready to face the only team that his squad has not beaten this year. Paul George, an all-star on a big stage. Chris Bosh playing very well, guys. LeBron finds him for the dunk.
Well, early part of the game, Chris Bosh, we know, is a great mid-range shooter, but not settling there, driving in and getting the dunk. And then great job on defense, too, here, sneaking behind Roy Hibbert, getting the block shot. Very active early, letting his teammates on his bench know he's into it.
And a terrific sign for the Miami Heat early. Mario Chalmers burying the three at 15 in the first half.
It must be a big game. Mario Chalmers shows up for him.
Well, David West has played well all year long against Miami and did again at basket and foul. Miami had a three-point lead, but then Dwayne Wade to Ray Allen, who showed up.
Yep, well, Ray Allen had not scored against the Indiana Pacers in the previous two contests, but grabbed 10 quick points in the first half.
And there's Mr. George to Mr. West for the lay-in. 46-44 in Miami. And this is an interesting sequence very late in the first half, Bones.
Yeah, LeBron James over here setting the screen and roll. He'd already taken a shot on the up screen, and then David West back on him, grabbing his arm. He's telling the ref, look, get him off me. Tries to make a drive, lose the ball, and then it's Roy Hibbert's turn.
Roy's going to get his chance at seeing up close what most of the guards in this league have to deal with.
But it didn't stop there, Rick Fox. LeBron gets the dunk, and then before the half, you see Paul George trying to break the press. Dwayne Wade comes in, swipes it, one of his 6 steals, season high 6 steals for him, knocks down the jumper, 10-2 run, and all the momentum along with the dirty sweats going to the locker room.
Right, it was a 10-point lead for Miami, and that was really a backbreaker. Made him feel a little worse about the game than they should have, perhaps, the Indiana Pacers. LeBron James in the third with a jumper, and then in transition, UD to Chalmers, another 3. 20-point lead. Lance Stevenson drives, fouled hard by Shane Battier. I got your smash mouth right here.
Well, it was going to be a chippy game, and we expected this. And we expected it from the Pacers.
Frank Vogel, after a while, he said they got under our chins. There wasn't much we could do about it. And then D. Wade, he did that all night long. Pilfer in for a bucket.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job of playing the passing lanes. We saw the other rip just before the half, and we talked about it. 6 steals for D. Wade and a big win for El Heat as the streak continues.
Franchise record 18 in a row and counting, avenging their last loss, and thus the Heat have now beaten every team in the league at least once for the first time in franchise history. LeBron, a pedestrian 13. That's a season low. But Bosh, Wade, and Rio step up. Chalmers 5 threes in the game. Afterward, Dwayne Wade, who had the 6 steals and a season-high 6 pilfers, stepped in via Cisco telepresence and praised his teammate Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, man, first of all, Mario he's one of those players that he just, in the big games, he's there. He steps up. He loves those moments. But you cannot beat a team like this without getting help from multiple guys. It's a very good basketball team. And you have to get help from multiple guys. That's why we wasn't able to beat them the first 2 times. So I love what our guys off the bench did. I love what Mario did tonight of really giving us a lift. So this was a total team effort on both ends of the floor.
How do you compartmentalize in terms of putting the streak aside, focusing on teams day to day, and making sure you don't get caught up in any of the outside things and just let the winning take care of itself?
Well, we're a veteran team, and we have a focus. We have a goal, and our goal is to be able to compete for a championship. And right now, we're in the process of putting ourselves in position to do that. But you can't get satisfied. You can never get too high and too low in this game, and we understand that as a team. So, it's unbelievable that we were able to be on a streak like this. But also, if we don't come out and be professionals to do our job, then we won't give you guys nothing to talk about. So we want to make sure y'all got something positive to talk about with the Miami Heat.
All positive to this point, including the others getting the job done for Miami. Really not there, just absent in the 2 earlier losses to Indiana.
The first time all season long that LeBron James was the 4th leading scorer for the Miami Heat. So we talked about before this game, the 2 previous contests against Indiana, Vince, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, they had done their jobs. They hadn't gotten solid contributions from the guys off the bench. Ray Allen had gone scoreless against this team. Mario Chalmers and Shane Battier had not found their shooting touch. And so it was a tremendous sign and probably a great sense of relief in that first quarter for Mario to get out there and have 11. Chris Bosh had 9 in the first quarter. That's a confidence builder for them, and it also lets LeBron James know and Dwayne Wade know that they can take over the game when they want to, and those guys are ready to hit those shots. They got off to a great start.
Not only did the others chip in, they led the charge today. They came out strong. Mario Chalmers set the tone. Chris Bosh set the tone with their play defensively on both ends of the floor as well. These 3 guys right here we showed in the picture there all have championship rings. And they probably want another, and they're starting to play like that right now. And they're going to need them to do that if the streak is going to continue and if they're going to defend their championship.
Yeah, we know about those guys who are on the periphery, but Chris Bosh is right in the mix. And this is one of those days where we're reminded of how great Chris Bosh can be in play and in big games.
Well, look, when they put the 3 of these guys together, they were all of equal standing. They didn't have championships. They both were franchise players on each of their teams. They come together, and the stars obviously took the majority of the limelight. But Chris has just moved within this team and found ways and times to really lead them to big victories with his play.
And you also see just how complimentary he is. I mean, he's in the right spot most every game where they need somebody at that mid-range to knock it down, a stretch 4. Yes, would they like some more rebounding? Yeah, it's a team effort on the rebounding, but in terms of the scoring, Chris Bosh is the best mid-range shooter in the game. That's a nice compliment to go alongside Dwayne Wade and LeBron James.
In this game, Miami completely flipped the script on the Pacers from those first 2 games and showed them how it's done at home and finally got a win. And now the upcoming schedule for the Miami Heat as the streak will move into Tuesday and Atlanta, and that's also a fan night game on NBATV. Bones, as you take a look at this, is any obstacle, impediment in Miami's way?
Well, I think Miami's at that stage, and Rick's played on some great NBA teams, that it's really about you. It's about what you do. There is no team right now, the way Miami is playing, that is going to beat the Miami Heat. It's going to be a game where they just don't bring it. They don't get it together. So they will beat themselves if it does happen.
They're talking about defense. It's how they won their championship last year. It's how they've recommitted themselves out of the All-Star break. If they're going to do it again and defend their championship, they're going to have to play defense. You saw it tonight against the Pacers.
Well, once again, 18 will be on the line Tuesday, and that is Fan Night on NBATV.